So for today's video, let's go ahead and go right through all these different menu items that you can select from. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time on this channel, BeamerView, what we do here is teach you every little thing there is to know about BMWs. If you yourself have one or plan on getting one, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we go over all the hidden features. Now, we are sitting in a BMW X5, so your content selection may be a little bit different, but any BMW 8.5, maybe iDrive 9, iDrive 8 is all gonna have these same menus that we have here. This is through iDrive 8.5. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for our number one, which is gonna be here on the left, so we're gonna be doing all three of these boxes. And this car does also have a head-up display up top, so it may be a little bit different, but we have our content section right here. So our very first one is simply just gonna show how fast you are driving, but this one will simply just show the speed and not really much else. So if you are somebody who prefers a nice simple view, who actually does enjoy this really nice layout, this may be a really good one for you. This one is probably one of the main ones that you'll see a lot, but the number two that we're gonna be going over, which is gonna be this one right here. So this one that we're looking at right here does happen to pop up a whole lot. This one is pretty common. What we'll typically see on this screen is your gallon per hour that you're doing, and right down there, your kilowatt per hour. Keep in mind that this is a BMW X5 hybrid, hence why you're seeing that, but all cars should be seeing this top one here. But below that, you'll see your total miles. You'll also see your trip computer. Now, one of the things that does get people off guard a whole lot is how to reset that 651.4. That is your trip computer. The way you reset that is you simply hold down this scrolling knob right here. So once you hold that down, you're gonna notice that that trip computer just resets 0 right over there. And keep in mind, you can only do that if you have this item selected right here, value since individual. If you want to change that, you have to go over here to this BC button right over here and then push on that. And then here you can select where you want your values to measure from. So this is values for this trip, and I'm still pushing this BC button right there. This next one is value since refuel, which is where I like to keep mine. And then the last one is going to be value since charging, which again, this is a hybrid, hence why you're seeing that right now. Value since factory is the fourth or fifth one, not really useful in my opinion since you already have the odometer there. But the main two selections are going to be either value since individual or my favorite, which is going to be value since refuel or charge. So what this will do is simply reset the trip computer based off whenever the last time I refuel the vehicle. Our next one, if I keep going down here, is going to be assisted view. So what's cool about assisted view is going to be the fact that if there's trucks or cars roaming around your car, you're actually going to see them right along the screens, a lot like the Teslas that also have this feature. So you're going to see trucks pop up here, cars in front of you, and then cars to the side of you. This is what assisted view does. A lot of times you do have to have the really cool driver assistant professional package in order to get that to work. So keep that in mind. Our next one is going to be AR view. This one is really cool. But what AR view will do is show you a really cool frontal view. This camera is actually projecting from the top part right here, not necessarily the grill that's in your front camera there if you have the 3D camera system. But what's cool about this view is that if you were using the BMW navigation, you'll actually start seeing your arrows pop in, pop out along the way. So that's a really cool feature to have. This one is also good if you're somebody who's always just parking in tight spaces. This way you can see things like how close you are to the curb. But then moving on right down to the list, we got a compass. Keep in mind that this will actually show arrows whenever you're using your BMW navigation. Whenever you're not using it for anything, this will just point to whichever direction you're going to. And then our next one right down here is going to be a map. This one might be good for a lot of people who actually don't have the head-up display. You may benefit from having the map right here. I personally do not use it this way. I like to have my map over here on the side, just so I can kind of not only still keep my eyes on the road, but still have just a big view of everything that's going on. Having the map right here, in my opinion, is not too bad, but it does get a little bit messy inside of here with everything else kind of going on. But what's really cool about the newer generation BMWs is now you'll have Waze and Google Maps that also show up right there too. And then our next one is going to be a pretty useless one, to be honest. Some people might like it, but this screen right here is going to be our G-force meter. So G-force meter will actually measure the amount of G-forces you're doing. I know a lot of people who are listening right now just probably have no idea what that means, and that's completely fine because this is probably the least used menu item or content item out of the whole list. It's great for somebody who does like to drive their car really aggressively, say for example going on the track. One quick thing to mention about this is that if you're using it and then you'll start seeing your max G's pop up in the corners. If you want to reset that, again, the same way we reset the trip computer, you would be pulling this down to do it the same way as well to reset your G-force readings. Our next one that we got, which is our last one, is going to be my favorite, and that is the music source. So depending on whatever music you are listening to, let's just say we're using one right over here. Depending on whichever music source you were listening to, whatever song is on, whether that's on Spotify, on CarPlay, or Android Auto, that will populate here, letting you know that, showing you and letting you know whatever is playing from the main screen. Now, next up, we're going to be going over to the layout. But before we do, I did want to mention that BMWs are now just coming out with one single key fob. So if you are somebody who does use this, keep in mind that these key fobs do cost about $900 to $1,000. They are not cheap. Our Shop BeamerView store that is located right at the bottom of the video do provide luxury key fob covers that can fit this perfectly. So if you needed one, feel free to check that out right at the bottom of the video. And make sure you do whatever it takes to protect this key fob. Next up, we're going to be going over to the layout section, which is right over here. Now, the layout that we have right now, this is your basic one. But if I click on layout and then go down one notch, what we're going to see is going to be a simple view. So with this view, you can also change up the content right here now. So the content we were changing in the middle has just been shifted to this side here, which means that you can shift things around here. And then over here, you can see that our speedometer kind of shifted here to the left side. Right over here, we're going to see some really cool MPG readout. So this view is a really good view for somebody who just really wants a super simple view, maybe a little bit something that's a little unique compared to what in all the other cars. So that was the last layout, which is right there. I did miss the first one, which just brings up this really tight view, or sporty view, I should say. Anytime you go into sport mode, you're also going to see this view here. Keep in mind, your speedometer may look a little bit different because this, again, is a hybrid model here. Hence why you're seeing these little blue boxes here. You can just ignore that for yours. But a lot of the BMWs, they have this really sporty, tight view, pretty much in all cars. So this view is really good. It did move out the speedometer here to the outside, and then it moved our gear shifter here out to the right side. The benefit is that you get a more closer upfront view of your RPM or your power meter, and then whatever speed you're doing here on the left side. This is also great for somebody who likes to drive really sporty, because this makes it easier to shift gears, because now you can see vertically how high that RPM is getting to the red line. So this is great for my sporty drivers, or if you're simply just looking through this gap here in the steering wheel, this does fit perfectly right into the middle so you can see everything. And then our last third box here, which we have head up. So this vehicle does have a head up display, which is going to be located there. A couple of fun facts about the head up display. If you wear polarized sunglasses, you're going to have a hard time seeing that because it does kind of cancel out the two. Also, if you quickly want to deactivate head up display, not only could you do it with voice command, but you can also just push on this guy to deactivate head up display. So head up display, I'm going to zoom into it real quick because it is a little hard to see. We have it right over there. So our original default view is going to be this one that we're looking at right now. And then if I go down one, it's going to be directional view, which is that compass that is up here again. Keep in mind, using the BMW maps will make this change a little bit. Next up, we have our assisted view, which again will show the cars that are left and right to you, maybe in front of you. Keep in mind, just as a reminder, that you may have to have the driver's assistant professional package for this. You're also going to see a whole lot more functionality come into play. So right there, you can see that the speedometer and the steering wheel just popped up there on the left. The way that I did that was, again, this BMW does have the advanced cruise control stuff going on here. So that's how I got that to pop up. But that is that assist view. And then if I go continuing to change to the next layout or the next menu item, this one's a really weird one. So this one's a sport view. So what this really does is whenever you're driving the car, you'll actually see those little wings kind of go left and right, just like that. And then what's really cool about this view is that if I'm getting on the gas, if I push on the gas or begin to go, you'll actually see it interact a little bit more. So you'll see that the wings are going in and out. And that is simply just kind of indicating how much gas I'm giving the car. Those red lines in the middle within the wings will actually represent your red line. And then whenever you turn your wheel, those wings will kind of move as well too. So this is meant to be a sport view. It is really unusual, but it is great for somebody who likes to track the car and drive it really aggressively. And then our last one is going to be my favorite one, which is reduced view. And then you'll see reduced view kind of pop up here. Now comparing it against just that first normal view we saw, you're not going to see a whole lot of difference. Reduced view is great for people who use our BMW navigation. So if it's on the normal head-up display layout or view, you're going to see a big portion of the BMW map located on there. But if you are in reduced view, the benefit of it is that it'll just show the map in a nice reduced way. So instead of showing the full map, showing which lane you have to be in, reduced view will just show in little boxes which lane you're supposed to be in and whatnot. So that is the benefit of that. Again, these were the 3 boxes that we have right here. The way that I accessed it was through this little hamburger button here. Your BMW may have a settings icon located here, which is going to be the same way you can get into that, but definitely play around with that. A lot of people don't know that you can change this portion right here to different types of menus. It's super important to at least know how to do it, because then it just kind of helps with the overall experience of the car. You can have your music show here at all times, so you don't have to go digging through the menu, and then you can set this up to be something else. Hopefully it helped. Again, don't forget to check out the BMW compatible key fob covers we have right down below. We are going to be selling out for the 6th time, so don't wait. A big shout out to the BMW dealer we have right down below. They have been courteous enough to let us use their vehicle. Please feel free to email right down below if you wanted to buy a vehicle from them. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all for the next one.